Annie. Thought you might like to hear a couple of my fish stories. So, one day we were on the four wheeler and we were going out on the ice on Lake Superior. And this year there was no snow, just thick ice. So you could drive the four wheeler out there easy. Well, we bump along, and finally come along to one of those ice fishing huts that seemed to be out in the middle of nowhere all by itself. And we pull in and stop. Here's a buddy, a fishing buddy. And his pole is doing this. It's all the way bent over into the ice fishing hole. And all I hear from them is 45 minutes. All right. Well, they start talking fish stories and the fishing report and man talk, basically. And I just get bored. So I go outside the little fishing hut and I start looking at the ice. And it was the most interesting ice. It had bubbles that looked like champagne bubbles. And so I'm out there following these bubbles and the patterns in the ice and stuff, just walking around, just looking at the ice. And all of a sudden, between my legs was this dark swimming thing that I could see through the ice. And I started screaming, "Shark! Shark! Shark! Shark!" I thought it was going to get me. And from inside the little ice hut, all I could hear is peals of laughter. Bah, bah. So I quit screaming and jumping from foot to foot. And I go back in there and um, they're laughing. That was not a shark, they tell me. That was a sturgeon. Well, that damn thing was 8 feet long. And it swam under the ice right beneath my feet. And I thought it was a monster. I really did. And I started jumping and screaming and oh man, oh man. Well, they thought that was hilarious. So anyway, back to fishing. So now I'm in the tent with them and I'm getting cold. So they take the side of the tent and kind of wrap me in it. It worked. But they're fishing in and all of a sudden it's getting intense. Okay. It's getting really, really intense. And they're reeling and they're talking and all of a sudden my boyfriend laid down on the ice and put his arms into the hole like this. And so he was all the way up to his elbows on shoulder in water, in freezing cold water in the ice. And he's trying to hook the sturgeon, which is what was on the line, with his fingers and pull it up through the ice hole. Well, he got a hold of it, but it slipped and flashed and swam away. He wouldn't have fit through that stupid ice hole anyway. I don't know what they were thinking. He was huge. It would not have fit coming up through the ice hole. So, uh, everybody was upset and disappointed. Oh, he got away. Oh, screaming. But the guy that had the fishing pole, he just smiled. He just smiled and smiled and smiled because now, no matter what, he had a good fish story to tell. The one that got away. Oh, I thought that thing it looked like a monster. I really thought it was a shark. And I thought it was coming up through the ice to get me. So that's one time. That's all I'm gonna tell you for right now. I gotta go get a cup of coffee and think if I can think of more fish stories for you. Okay, you you hang on and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, bye bye.